Hello and good morning to everyone. This is Devasis Mohanty. Today I am welcoming to our Standard 9 Chapter 2 one new topic discussion. And the name of the new topic it is our remainder theorem. But before doing the discussion of our remainder theorem, first we will do the discussion regarding our division of the numbers. First I want to remind few of the things. So which rule and regulation it is to be followed whenever we are doing the division of one of the number with the another number. In the same way, we have to compare the situation whenever we will do the division of a polynomial with another polynomial. And from there, we will derive the theorem, remainder theorem. Understood or not understood? So for which first few of the important thing I want to say to you. Listen, whenever the normal number, one number, we are dividing with the another number. See, here it is 3, here it is 2, 2, 1 is 2, here it is the remainder, we are getting it as the 1. And another one it is, suppose we are dividing 2 with the another number 2, here 2, 1 is 2, here the remainder it is equal to 0. And whenever the another one it is I am showing, suppose it is 10, I am doing the division by using 2. 2, 5 is 10, here it is the remainder it is your 1. Another division I am doing, suppose it is our 11, whenever I am doing the division by 2, 2, 5 is 10, here it is the remainder it is 1. So from the 4 division, one thing it is clear that this one it is our dividend, this one it is our divisor. Always see either the divisor it is equal to the dividend, otherwise the dividend it is more than the divisor. Here in this case the dividend is more than the divisor. Here it is the dividend it is more than the divisor. Here it is also dividend it is more than the divisor. And here it is also dividend it is equal to the divisor. So it means on dividing one number with the another number, it means 100% dividend it will either be equal to the divisor, otherwise it will be more than the divisor. Understood or not understood? So this one we are doing the discussion of our normal number division. Understood or not understood? So we are not doing regarding our decimal result. We are not doing the discussion. Normal number we are doing the division with the another normal number. See, another thing is always here it is the remainder. See, remainder it is less than the divisor. Here it is also the remainder it is less than the divisor. Here it is the remainder it is less than the divisor. Here it is the remainder it is less than the divisor. Remember, the dividend it is either equal to the divisor, otherwise more than the divisor, but remainder is always less than the divisor. Remainder is always less than the divisor, and in some cases less than, but it may be 0. Either it may be 0, otherwise it may be always it will be less than the divisor. Understood? And already the same thing it was said to you, whenever the remainder becomes 0, once again repeating, whenever the remainder becomes 0, that divisor we can call it as the factor. When we can call it as the factor? Whenever on dividing one number with the another number we are getting the remainder it is equal to 0, that divisor we can call it as the factor, and the dividend we can call it as the multiples. Understood or not understood? So this one it is the factor of this multiple, and this one it is the multiple of this factor. This one it is the factor of middle one it is the multiple of this one. When? Remember, whenever the remainder it will be 0. Otherwise in this case we cannot call this one factor, we cannot call this one factor, also we cannot call this one it is the factor. So these all were the rule of our division which you were already learned in our beginning. So just like this, you just have to remember, whenever a polynomial px you are dividing with the another polynomial gx, this one it is the polynomial px, and this one it is the polynomial gx. 100% there it will be the quotient you will get. Suppose the quotient it will be qx, and suppose the remainder it will be rx. Just like the number you are dividing with the another number, quotient you get it as the number, and also the remainder also you get it as the number. In the same way, whenever a polynomial you are dividing with the another polynomial, always there it will be a quotient, and also the quotient it will be a polynomial, also the remainder also it will be another polynomial. But here the rule and regulation you just have to remember. Just like the previous one, number regarding things we are discussed, here it is also the discussion, it will be just like the same. But here it is the number greater, number it was greater, but here we cannot call it as the which polynomial it is the greater. We cannot say which polynomial it is greater. Polynomial comparison it was not taught to you, so we cannot compare the polynomial which one it is greater and which one it is the smaller one. Okay, so for which here the comparison it will be done depending upon the degree, so for which you must have to remember, here it is the degree regarding thing we will do the discussion. Here it is the degree, here it is the degree regarding thing we will do the discussion. Remember, the degree of this one, the degree of the px, always it will either be equal to the degree of the gx, otherwise this degree means degree of the px, it will always be greater than the degree of the gx. Previous one number equal, this one equal to this one, otherwise more than this one. Here it is, remember, this its degree it will either be equal to the degree of this one, otherwise its degree it will be more than the degree of this one. Now understood? Previous number, but now instead of the number only one term I am giving. This one it is called as your degree. So it means degree of the dividend it will always be equal to this one, otherwise it will be more than this one. Ready? Dividend divisor discussion understood. Now we are doing the discussion about the remainder. So remainder, previously remainder either it will be 0, otherwise it will always be less than the divisor. So here it is, remember, either the remainder it will be 0, otherwise the degree of the remainder it will be less than the degree of the divisor. Okay, so just like the previous one it will be 0, also it may be 0, and the next one the value it will be less, but here I am saying that the degree it will be less than the degree of the divisor. Otherwise rest everything it will remain same. Understood or not understood? So now one question I am doing the discussion. We have already known in our last class that how to divide one of the polynomial with the another polynomial. Okay, so here the same thing we are doing the discussion. Okay, so from that division, one extra thing and one magical thing I want to derive, for which one of the divisions I am going to do. Okay, see, I am erasing all these, and whatever the division related thing of the polynomial we will do, all these things we will do according to this rule. Whatever the rule I said regarding the division of the polynomial with the another polynomial. See, suppose one of the question it is given x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and it is said to you that you just have to divide the same, by x plus 1. Then after how much you will get the remainder. So it means it is said in this question, whenever a polynomial, this polynomial you are dividing with this polynomial, then after the remainder it will be how much. In the last class the division it was said, whenever a polynomial you are getting and it is to be divided with another polynomial, always you have to arrange it in the descending order of its power. 3, 2, 1, it is already arranged in the standard form, and also this one it is also arranged in the standard form. So our formula it was, so this one it is the first term, this one it is also the first term. Our formula it was, the first term of the dividend you must have to divide with the first term of the divisor. So x cube divided by x, so which becomes our x square. So for which x square, it becomes the first term of our quotient. And whenever x square it is to be multiplied with x, it becomes our x cube. And whenever the x square it is multiplied with x, it becomes x square. Then after, just like we did the number division, so number division, after the first step we have to do the subtraction. So here becomes plus becomes minus, here it is also plus becomes minus. So for which this one is cancelled. And the next step, it is 3x square minus x square, which becomes, it is our 2x square. Then after, drop down 3x, also drop down the 1. Then after, in the next step, this one it is the first term of the next dividend, and this one it is our first term of our division. So for which our second term of the quotient we can find by dividing this one first term of the second dividend with the first term of the divisor. 2x square divided by x. Otherwise, roughly I am doing 2x square divided by x, which becomes 2x. So for which second term becomes, it is our 2x. Whenever 2x it is multiplied with x, it becomes 2x square. Whenever 2x it is multiplied with 1, it becomes 2x. So on doing the subtraction, here plus becomes minus and here also plus becomes minus. This 2x square plus 2x square cancelled. Here it is 3x, here it is 2x. So which becomes x. Here it is plus 1. Here it is plus 1. So then after, so it means here it is x, here it is x. So first term x divided by x divided by x, which is your 1. So for which this third term of the quotient, it becomes 1. Whenever the 1 multiplied with the x, it becomes x. 1 multiplied with 1, it becomes 1. And next step becomes subtraction we have to do, means a plus becomes minus and plus become minus. So this one cancel, this one cancel, and the result becomes 0. So it means after doing a long process of division, finally we got that the remainder it is equal to 0. The same thing also we can find with the easy trick. Let's see whether the easy trick it is working properly, otherwise not working properly. See, here this one it is the polynomial, here this one it is the polynomial px. Here the px it is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Once again writing for your better understanding, once again I am writing here the polynomial px it is given x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Understood or not understood? Here the easy trick is, we know how to find out the value of the polynomial at a point. So for which I am attempting to find out the value of the polynomial at x is equal to minus 1. Then after x is equal to minus 1, then after I will say where minus 1 comes and why I tried to find out the polynomial value at minus 1. First, just you have to see. So minus 1 means here in place of x I will write it as the minus 1 cube plus 3 whole into minus 1 square. Then after plus 3 into minus 1. Here it is plus 1. On simplifying, you are getting it as the 1 cube, it means minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1 square means 1 into 3, which is equal to 3. And here it is 3 into minus 1, which becomes minus 3. And here it is plus 1. See, 3 minus 3 cancelled, and also 1 minus 1 cancelled. Here also we are getting the remainder, it is equal to 0. Here also we are getting the value, it is equal to 0. Remember, actually the remainder it is also 0, and also here the value it will be 0. So here this one, it is the shortcut method. By using the shortcut method also one can find it easily that the remainder it will be how much. Understood or not understood? So here the question comes that, sir, how you got it as the value of -1? Why you obtained where you obtained the -1? How you got the knowledge that for which you attempted to find the value of the polynomial at -1? And how we will know to find out the value of the polynomial at which point? Remember where the -1 comes. Everyone see. So whatever the this means divisor it is given, always you have to find out the 0 of the divisor. 0 of the divisor you can find by equating it to the 0. And on equating to the 0, it becomes x is equal to -1. So for which -1 becomes the 0 of the divisor. So for which you have to find out the value of the polynomial at 0 of the divisor. And another thing you just have to remember, actually the formula it will be applicable. Remember, the formula it will be applicable whenever the divisor it will be a linear polynomial. Whenever the divisor becomes a linear polynomial, the formula should be applicable. Understood or not understood? Clearly understood? Thus another question we have to do by using the same formula, from where you can easily get the knowledge whether the formula it is working properly, otherwise not working properly. Understood or not understood? Another question I am showing. See. Here it is. Next one question it is given, x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Whenever this one it is to be divided by x minus 1 by 2, how much the remainder you will obtain? Your remainder it will be how much? So this question we just have to do in the shortcut method. You just have to remember 100% this one it will be one of the question in your competitive exam which is going to be appear in your future. Okay, 100%. Suppose one student is doing the step-by-step method to find out the remainder, and another student is directly applying the remainder theorem. 100% within the short time span one of the students can do by using the remainder formula. Understood or not understood? So for which, see, my trick it was this one, it is the polynomial. It means our polynomial it is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and the divisor polynomial is which is equal to x minus 1 by 2. Our trick is, before doing the division of one of the polynomial with the another polynomial, first priority you just have to give whether the degree of this one it is greater than the degree of this one or equal to this one or not. I said the degree of this one, either it will be same as the degree of this one, otherwise degree of this one must be same as this one, otherwise it is to be more the degree it is more than the degree of the divisor. Yes, here the degree it is 3, here the degree it is 1. So for which first formula it is working. Then after second round of checkup we have to do, actually the formula it is to be applied whenever the divisor it will be our linear polynomial. See, here it is also the linear polynomial, here it is also the linear polynomial, and I said you have to find out the 0 of the divisor. 0 of the divisor means gx is equal to 0. It implies 0 of the polynomial means, how to find out the 0 of the polynomial? That polynomial you have to equate to the 0, which becomes x is equal to your 1 by 2. So it means the point you have already got by finding the 0 of divisor. 0 of the divisor, how much you are getting, at that point you just have to find out the value of the polynomial. So polynomial value we have to find out at the point 1 by 2. At the point 1 by 2. So for which the equation becomes, So polynomial becomes 1 by 2 q plus 3 whole into 1 by 2 square plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. On simplifying, you will get it as the 1 by 8. Here it is 3 into 1 by 4, which is equal to 3 by 4. Here it is 3 by 2. Here it is plus 1. And here the remainder it is equal to 8. Here it is 1. Here it is 6. Here it is 12. Here it is 8. 12, 8, 20, 26, 127 divided by 8. Suppose in the long process of division also you will attempt to do the same. Also you will get after few of the steps you will get it as the remainder. It will be this one. So you just have to say which one it is the easy trick to find out the remainder. It will be how much. Understood or not understood? Another question also I am showing to you. Another question also I am showing to you. Another question you just have to see. Here the polynomiality is this one. Here the polynomiality is this one. Here the polynomiality is this one. And here the divisor it is 5 plus 2x. I said how to do the checkup. First you have to check the degree it is 3 and its degree it is 1. 100% the degree of this one it is greater than the degree of this one. Second one it is you just have to check whether it is linear or not. If it is not linear, then after the formula we cannot apply. Understood or not understood? So for which our first formula it is our gx. This one it is gx. This one it is our px. This one it is one polynomial. I am writing shortcutly px. Here it is also another polynomial. I am writing by giving the name of the gx. And here it is gx is equal to 5 plus 2x. So first I want to find out the point at which we want to find out the value of the polynomial. So for which first formula it is we have to find out the zero of the divisor. How to find out the zero of the divisor? The divisor you must have to equate to the zero. On equating to the zero, it becomes 2x it is equal to minus 5, which implies x is our minus 5 by 2. So the value we have already got at which we want to find out the value of the polynomial. Actually this one it is the important thing. Otherwise this one it is the turning point, because this one it is the point at which we want to find out the value of the polynomial. So here it is x is equal to minus 5 by 2. So for which we want to find out the value of the polynomial at minus 5 by 2. So here it is x cube means minus 5 by 2 cube plus 3x square means 3x square means minus 5 divided by 2 square. Plus 3x means 3 whole into minus 5 by 2. Here it is plus 1. You just have to simplify. Minus 5 cube means minus 125 divided by 8 plus 3 into 25 divided by 4. Here it is minus 15 divided by 2. Here it is plus 1. Ready? And in the next step you have to take the LCM. It is 8, here it is minus 125 plus here it is 2, here it is 25 into 3 equal to 75 into 2 equal to 150. Here it is 15 4 ja 60. Here it is 8. So finally you will obtain the value. It will be here it is 120, here it is minus 100 minus 185 minus 185 plus 150 plus 8 equal to 158 divided by 8, which is equal to 15 8 7. Here it is 7 5 2. It means minus 27 divided by 8. See, suppose the same thing you will do by the long process of division, it will take much more time. So more time it will be consumed. Suppose one of the students is doing the step by step by using the long process of division. But in this method one can find out it easily. So in the competitive exam this question comes and all the students they do by this way. And remember this formula it will be applicable only when this divisor it will be a linear polynomial. Is it okay? Everyone understood perfectly? Now another question I am showing to you. Another variety of question I am showing to you. Let's see, can you understand or not? question it is suppose said, you just have to check 7 plus 3x. You just have to check 7 plus 3x. It is the factor of 3x cube plus 7x or not. It means you just have to check this one, it is the factor of this one or not. Before doing this question, suppose I will say to 1 that you just have to check 2 is the factor of 12 or not. So one can check this one, it is the factor only when this number will divide this number and the remainder it will be 0. When the remainder it will be 0, that divisor we can call it as the factor. Also having the same meaning, also this one it is called as your multiples. Whenever anyone is saying that just you have to check this one it is the multiples, we have to do the same. Whenever anyone will say that you just have to check this one it is the factor, also we will do the same. Check one it is the this one it is the factor. What to do? Check this one it is the multiples, also the same thing we have to do. Understood? So for which 2, 6 are 12. Here the remainder it is equal to 0, for which we can call 2 it is the factor. In the same way, whenever anyone is saying that you just have to check this one it is the factor of this one or not, so it means normally one will do the division in the long process of division, and whenever one is getting the remainder it is equal to 0, one can say yes sir, this one it is the factor of this one. But the same thing I am doing it in the by using our remainders theorem. So by using the remainders theorem, actually we want to check only the remainder. If the remainder it is 0, if the remainder it is equal to 0, so then after directly we can call it as the this one it is the factor. So to be a factor, so it depends on the value of the remainder. But we have already known how to find out the value of the remainder. We have already known how to find out the value of the remainder. To find out the remainder, first formula it is, first we have to find out the 0 of the divisor. So 0 of the divisor, how to find? 7 plus 3x, always the 0 you can find by equating the polynomial to 0. So on equating to 0, so it becomes 3x is equal to minus 7, which is equal to x is equal to minus 7 by 3. So it means which one it is our turning point, that point we have already got. So after getting the point, our second priority is you just have to find out the value of the polynomial, means this one it is our polynomial px. So we just have to find out the value of the polynomial at 0 of the gx, otherwise 0 of our divisor. So for which here we have to proceed. General value you just have to find out at the point minus 7 by 3, which becomes 3 whole into minus 7 by 3 cube plus 7 into minus 7 divided by 3, which becomes 3 into, here it is minus 7 cube means here it will be minus 343 divided by 27, and here it is 7 into 7, here it is minus 49 divided by 3. So here first you have to take the LCM, it is your 27. So here it is 27 divided by 27 1, so for which here it is 3 3 are 9, 3 4 are 12, 2, here it is 1, 3 3 are 9, 1 10, which is minus 1029. Here it is plus, here it is 27 divided by 3, it is our 9. 9 9 ja 81 means 1 8, 9 4 ja 36, 8 equal to 44. So which is equal to minus 1029 plus minus 441. On adding you will get it as the 9 plus 1 equal to 10, means 0. Here it is 1 means 2 1 3, 3 4 7. This one it is our 4. This one it is our 1. Here it is minus divided by 27. Also once again you can simplify it, that 7 4 11, 1 equal to 12. Here it is 7 2 equal to 9. Both the number it will be divided by 3. So for which 3 9 ja 27, and here it is 3 4 ja 12. 27 means 3 9 ja 27 0, which becomes minus 490 divided by 9. So it means instead of getting the value of the polynomial 0, we are getting the value of the polynomial, value of the remainder, it is your minus 490 divided by 9. So for which instead of getting 0, we are not getting it as the 0 and we got it as the minus 490 divided by 9. As we are not getting the remainder, it is not is equal to 0. So for which we cannot say this one, it is the factor of this one. Otherwise, we cannot say this one, it is the multiples of this one. So for which, for this question, this one, it is not the factor of this one. Understood or not understood? Now I am going to say you the definition of the definition, otherwise the statement of the remainder theorem. Remember the statement of the remainder, I will say you in the two ways. Here it is all the questions we have already done the exercise 2.3 all the question by using our remainder theorem, but the remainder theorem statement means final statement I have not yet said to you, but you have already applied in the question of the exercise 2.3 whatever the question we have done so far. In all the question we have already applied the remainder theorem, but now only I have to say you at last what is the statement of the remainder theorem. Okay, remember, listen, previously I said just like this, whenever px you are dividing with any of the polynomial gx, and here it is the remainder, it is our rx, and here it is the quotient, it is our qx. And I have already said before starting the class, I said the rule of the probability division that always the degree of px, always it will be equal to the degree of gx, otherwise it will always be greater than the degree of the gx. But here it is in the remainder theorem, I said this one it is the linear. In the remainder theorem, I said this one it is the linear. So linear means its degree is, listen interesting thing, its degree is 1. As in the remainder theorem, the divisor polynomial it is our linear. Linear means its degree it is 1. As its degree it is 1, I said its degree either it will be equal to the degree of this one, otherwise its degree it will be more than the degree of this one. So for which the degree of px, remember the degree of px it will greater than or equal to the degree of the gx. It means the degree is 1. Understood or not understood? So now you just have to remember just like this. So it means our remainder theorem I am saying in one way. You just have to remember, whenever px it is one of the polynomial whose degree it is more than or equal to 1. Whenever px it is one of the polynomial whose degree it is more than or equal to 1 and it is divided by a linear polynomial gx, by the linear polynomial gx, then the remainder always will be, remainder it will always be same as the value of the polynomial at 0 of gx. So it means 0 of the gx, otherwise the 0 of the divisor, how much you are getting at that point, how much the value of the polynomial you are getting, always the remainder it will be that much. Understood or not understood? So it means I am writing the statement in one way. Listen, I am writing the statement in one way. Remember, if px is a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and is divided by a linear polynomial gx, then the remainder will be always the value of the polynomial at 0 of gx. Understood or not understood? I said here it is if px it is a polynomial whose degree it is greater than or equal to 1 and the it is divided by the linear polynomial gx, then after the remainder will be the value of the polynomial at 0 of the divisor, otherwise at the 0 of the gx. Understood or not understood? The same thing also I will say you in the another way also, you just have to remember. Once again repeating, suppose here it is the px, it is one of the polynomial, and here it is the linear polynomial. Form I am writing just like this. Here the linear polynomial, specially I am writing it in the form of x minus a, and it is also linear. Linear means its degree it is always 1. As its degree it is 1, 100% the degree of this one, it will be more than or equal to 1. Previously also the same thing it was said, but instead of writing particularly x minus a, I said any linear polynomial gx. But here particularly I am saying that the linear polynomial it is our x minus a. Whenever I am writing just like this, and here you just have to remember, here the remainder it will be directly, I can write it as the a. Here the remainder it will be directly the value of the polynomial at a. A means indirectly a means 0 of the divisor. And previous one and this one both are same, but here it is particularly we are writing the remainder, the divisor it will be in the form of x minus a. Actually x minus a means it's 0, it is equal to a. Previously also it was said always the remainder it will be the value of the polynomial at 0 of the divisor. Here also 0 of the divisor we are getting it as the a. So for which directly one can write it as the remainder it will be the value of the polynomial at x is equal to a. Understood or not understood? So for which once again the same thing I am writing in the remainder theorem statement. Listen, here it is the one I am writing, here it is another I am writing. Here I am writing if px is a polynomial of degree more than or equal to 1 and it's divided by x minus a. A is the constant, where a is a real number, then the remainder is polynomial value at a, otherwise directly I can write it as the pa. Okay, so here it is the two statement I have given. So you just have to remember, here I am giving you the practical knowledge that where you will feel comfort to apply which one. See, suppose one of the question it is given just like this, that suppose here it is 3x square plus 4x, and it is said that you just have to check whenever it is divided by x minus a, x minus 1, how much the remainder will we obtain. So whenever you are getting the situation, it is just like C. So here it is directly it is in the form of x minus a. So here it is minus a means directly it is a, it is your 1. So for which directly you just have to find out the polynomial value at x is equal to 1, it is how much. Understood or not understood? And suppose the situation it is just like this. Instead of x minus 1, suppose here it is given that x plus 1. So which formula I have to apply? Whether this one, otherwise this one. So it means this one means x minus a, but here it is not minus, but I can arrange x plus 1 in the form of x minus of a minus 1, because minus of a minus 1 it means plus 1. So for which here it is clearly seen that instead of 1 here it is our minus 1. So for which previous one we got the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 1, but here we have to find out the value of the polynomial at x is equal to minus 1. Here the remainder it is equal to value of the polynomial at x is equal to minus 1. You have to find out the value and how much you have to write. Understood or not understood? Another example I am showing. Here whatever the thing I am showing, always the divisor, in the divisor x having the coefficient 1. Previous one also the coefficient it was 1, also now the coefficient it is also 1. Suppose here I am saying that the x minus 2. So here it is clearly seen that it is in the form of x minus a. So here it is a, it is our 2. So for which the remainder it is your p2. But whenever instead of minus 2, here it is plus 2. Plus 2 means how to arrange the same. It is in the form of x minus a. Already I have said you in the last question, whenever you are getting the plus and here it is the coefficient it is 1. So always you have to write it as the plus means minus of a minus 2. So which one it is taking the place of the a? Here it is the a, it is our minus 2. So for which here you have to find out the p of a minus 2. Also that one it is our remainder. Previous whatever the question I said, in all the question the divisor having the x, its coefficient it was always 1. But now I am giving you the another linear divisor, linear polynomial which is the divisor, but that one x having not the coefficient it has the 1. See, suppose this one it is 2x plus 4. So here this one it is not in the form of x minus a, but this one it is the linear. So for this situation it will be better that you have to apply the previous formula. In the previous case it was said you have to find out the 0 of the gx. So it's 0, how to find out? 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. Which implies 2x is equal to minus 4, which implies x is equal to minus 2. It means 0 of the gx we got. 0 of the gx we got. And how much the 0 of the gx we got, at that point we have to find out the value of the polynomial. So it means we have to find out the value of the remainder. Our remainder it will be the value of the polynomial at x at the 0 of the divisor. So 0 of the divisor, otherwise the 0 of the gx, it is how much. At that point we have to find out the value of the polynomial. Two formula you just have to remember. Also keep practicing this type of question whenever you are getting the question in any of the polynomial it is divided by a linear polynomial. How much the remainder will we obtain? This type of question keep practicing. So in our next class, we will do the discussion of our factor theorem, and factor theorem is the elder brother of our remainder theorem. Okay, thank you, have a nice day, bye bye.